no matter what we go through, we're going to be all right. And see, when we was little girls, your mother knew that you had that certain rhythm in you. So when you was about 8 years old, she gave you one essential toy. She knew that with this toy, you would get a swivel in your hips and an attitude to match. Ladies, when you was about 8 years old, your mother put you outside on the front porch and she gave you a hula hoop. You didn't quite understand why she insisted that you learn how to do the hula hoop. You got outside with the hula hoop rocking around your waist, and at first it was a little bit difficult for you, but you kept on trying. After a while, when you got it rocking to your own certain pattern, it made a certain sound that says shh, shh. The shit. Then your girlfriend holler, put it round your neck. So I say to my sisters here tonight in Memphis, the next time that you have to remind him of just who you are, the next time that he forget just your powers, the next time that you got to put it down on him, the next time that you up on top and you riding him real good, you riding him so good that his toes is curling up, his eyes is rolling up in the back of his head, you riding his dick so good that he can't even close his mouth. I want y'all to do me one favor. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror, wink one eye at yourself and just say shh.
Today, we're going to talk about this queen, Sommore, where she grew up, her life before comedy, and what this sister has brought to the comedy world as a talented, funny, real, down-to-earth, beautiful artist. Sommore is an actress, writer, and producer who appeared in Something New, Friday After Next, and Soul Plane. Born on May 15th, 1966 in Trenton, New Jersey, Lori Ann Rambo, known professionally as Sommore, is an American comedian and actress. Sommore was raised in Trenton, New Jersey by her mother, Lori Ann Rambo, and her father, Doug Long. He's also a high school teacher and poet. Her father was also native to Trenton and was a lifelong scholar, attending West Virginia State College and earning a master's in urban studies from the College of New Jersey, also known as Doc. He went on to serve as an educator for more than 30 years, leaving a permanent legacy as a teacher of literature and creative writer. Her father unfortunately passed in February of 2020. Sommore followed in her father's footsteps, becoming a teacher, an entrepreneur, and a poet through her comedy.
What made me want to become, I was always a fan of the art of stand-up comedy. I was a young entrepreneur. I was owning my own business at the time. And, I was successful. I was making money and I was teaching algebra. I was owning my own business. And I just said, you know what? Is this it? Is this all that life is going to have for me? Going to work, going to my store. I wanted to do more. And so I just took a chance on it. I was a fan of the art and I respected the game. I went out and I bought a book called How to Be a Stand-Up Comedian. I read the entire book and I did exactly what the book said to do. And it's been better than I ever thought it would be.
And was this in college, high school?
No, this was after college. I graduated. I'm a graduate of Morris Brown College.
Her mother is her living blessing, as she said on a post. My biggest blessing is that my mom is still here. This woman is smart, ambitious, educated, and believed in owning her own, as Sommore ended up doing. She raised me, protected me, and made sacrifices beyond belief so I would be educated. She taught me how to cook and be a lady and not take no ish. Her mom is currently 78, and she says she doesn't get around much, but charges me $5 for every kiss that I get from her. She says, we used to argue and talk and fuss every day. However, her mom suffers from Alzheimer's. and it has robbed us of our normal conversations, but we can manage to communicate through laughter and love in our own way. She is still sexy and has hips for days. When she sees pictures of me, she thinks it's herself, and I like that. In recent years, people have realized that she also has a celebrity sister who is Nia Long. Here's what she had to say on that relationship.
A lot of questions about your sibling, Nia Long.
I don't. A lot of people don't know that we're sisters. That's something I never talked about in the beginning because I didn't want it to be a crutch. I didn't want people to be like, oh, that's her sister. I didn't want that to be my accolade of mine. But now that, I've solidified my spot, then I go ahead and talk about it. But a lot of people don't know it, though.
That is so awesome that you guys are both very talented and doing very well in your respective fields because, of course, with her being an actress and she also does some producing and she did very well. And then you being one of the black female comedians and doing extremely well, your parents definitely have to be proud of you guys.
Oh, yeah, we have the same father, so yeah, my dad is proud.
Are you guys close?
We speak from time to time, but we're not. I won't be babysitting her kids, no.
You so silly. You all right with me, girl?
That's how it is in life. I tell people all the time, we have the same father. We're not necessarily sisters.
So you heard it for yourself. They're not necessarily super duper close, but they ain't got beef. It's just one of them things that if you don't come out the same coochie, it ain't the same. It's just different sometimes. And she didn't want to have to feel like her celebrity came off her sister's back. She wanted to show that she is talented on her own. And she proved that 1,000%. Listen to what her peers and other comedians have to say about Sommore. Literally, if you haven't gone to see her, you are sleeping on one of the greatest, if not the greatest, female comedians ever.
So I think Sommore's the best female comic out there.
You and me both.
I've been on tour with her.
I featured
probably
for
8
her.
different. Oh, really?
Never
8
seen
different
somebody
years.
have so much material.
And she, like
You see
current
how she-
events.
Have you seen how she does it?
I just see the current events. And
You
shit.
see the sets and you're like, golly, another banger about that?
I know.
No,
she's
I
good.
watched her work ethic and how she's doing it.
Yeah, she's dope, and she's all about business.
She's filming everything. She's and part of her morning and breakfast routine is to watch her set and to write and punch up and to make new stuff. So every night it's evolving. I worked with her at Stand Up Live in Arizona, and then I worked with her again in Jackson, Mississippi, and they were like maybe 3 months apart. And Sommore had 65 minutes of new. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, she might be.
That's the strongest pen in comedy. If you can do that,
I'm saying she might be the strongest female in the history of comedy.
Now you see how her peers feel. Literally, if you look up any of her videos, you will see her sister will have you cracking up on the floor.
But then she told me her motto. And black women, I want y'all to write this shit down. She told me her motto. She said, a blowjob a day will keep a side bitch away. Write that down, black women. Write that down.
Anyone who's seen Sommore wants some more of Sommore. Literally, she brings feminine issues, she brings gritty topics up, and she tells it like it is, and she makes you laugh. She has done guest appearances on several sitcoms, including the Hughleys, the Parkers. Her film appearances include Friday After Next, A Miami Tale, Soul Plane, and Something New. Listen to her explain why many female artists don't get roles in movies.
A female comedian. We don't see a lot of other female comedians out there. Why is that? Or what do you think?
There are a lot of female comedians.
Why are they not getting the recognition?
Well, it's because it's a male-dominated business. It really, really is. And even if you look in Hollywood, women, it's a different standard for women. I hate it because when you look at a movie, any movie, if they want a male to be funny, they'll go get a male comedian. Somebody like Kevin Hart, or they'll go get a Mike Epps. But if they want a woman to be funny, they'll write something for an actress to do. An actress, they'll let her be funny instead of going to get female comedians. Man, I wish that they would use more female comedians. There's some funny women out there, and that was the reason we did the Queens of Comedy, to prove that women can be funny. Because there's still men that think women are just not funny. And for the longest time, I had to, I set out to prove that women gonna be funny. Because when I first started, people was like, oh well, all she talk about is dick, and all she talk about. So I stopped talking talking about that. Now I'm on shows and I see men talk about more dick than I talk about. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Sommore has also appeared on various shows, including HBO's Def Comedy Jam, Showtime at the Apollo, Comic View, and BET Live. She appeared as one of the mob members on several episodes of the game show. Sommore launched the worldwide premiere of The Queen Stands Alone. She did that on her own on the stage as the only female up against all the other males, just to show how strong she is as a female comedian. Sis even got a Netflix special, When the Rain Continues. You must check it out. So Sommore is not only funny, she's smart, underrated, and the ultimate funniest female comedian by far. As an entrepreneur, she is hilarious. Not just funny, hilarious. And she keeps it so real. It's real and raw. And that's the way I like it. And that's the way she likes it. Amen. God bless you some more. And thank you for doing what you do. Keep up the good work.